Hello, that video before, that's what it's like out there right now. It is a little cold, a little snowy, and we are having more snow, and the 2009 winter is looking to be right around the way 2008 was, which is a lot of snow. We'll obviously see how February and March and the rest of January is also. Well, what happened here in the winter time was 2 winters ago. It really wasn't a snowy winter here. It was more of an Arctic type weather. We are talking below 0 degrees Fahrenheit pretty much every single day in January and February of 2007. It was just really, really cold. It didn't snow much. It was just really unseasonably cold. Last year, the winter of 2008, it was really snowy, a lot of wind. 3 or 4 times I'm like, wow, these weather effects are getting worse. Now, winter of 2009, the snow is pretty much the same as it was last year. And it seems that these events in which make the weather getting worse are also that way. So, this video is entitled Loving Your Own Enemies, and the winter and the bad weather was one of my enemies, I guess you can say. I feared the bad weather. I guess you could say I hated the bad weather and the fact that it was cold, it felt cold, you hated being out there, all that kind of stuff. And now I'm trying what I can to unconditionally love Mother Nature, which means loving all of this bad stuff. So this, of course, you could say would be one of my enemies, in the sense that I would, of course, rather not be this cold and this miserable for snow, but once again, that's the way it is. And what I'm noticing now is I'm finding it a lot better. I'm finding it less cold. I'm finding it just more enjoyable, like I can handle it, where the last couple years I really couldn't handle this weather too much, at least compared to the way it is now. Granted, we haven't had the Arctic weather we had in 2007, and we are now approaching the coldest time of the year, which is late January for this part of the world. So we'll see how things progress for that. So this video, like I say, is all about loving your enemies unconditionally. And what I was even saying to myself before, because what I say to myself all the time is just different words of things that I want to manifest, and then do the best that I can to believe them. So I would say the general basic ones: I love me, I love myself, I love power, I love money, I love happiness, I love joy, I love love. All that type of stuff. And also one that I tried a few weeks ago, and I go in runs of saying it. I would say stuff like, I love my enemies. Every so often I started saying that 5 to 10 times a day about a month ago or so, maybe 6 weeks ago, and I would say it for a few weeks, then forget it for a while, and then I'll say it again for a while. And I want to see how well it is that I can love them even more. Now, that doesn't mean you support what they do, because if you have an enemy in which does things totally what you don't agree with, well, that is fine. You have to, at least what I want to do is I want to realize there's stuff that I do that many other people don't agree with. And you know what? That's the way it is. And I don't think I'd want it another way. This is the way I would probably want it. And I'm trying to do the best that I can to get into the mode of giving everything unconditional love and happiness. And I know the more I can love people in which I'm supposed to, if you will, despise or hate, that would be better for me. And I think it would be the better for the other participant, the other person. as they of course are feeding off of anger and hate and regret and all of these negative frequency terms. And if you give them love, that will help them even just a little bit. But you know what? All these little things add up. So if you can help one person 1,000th of a percent, that helps. I mean, that 1,000th of a percent is huge as far as a lot of little things, because that person's going to come in contact with thousands and thousands of people, and you're one of them. So in that sense there, 1,000 from you is 1,000 from another 1,000 people or whatever. So in that sense there, that's why I believe a lot of little things add up to more than one big thing. Whatever little love you can give to them can probably come back in different ways. And I'm going to do the best I can to track how this works for me. Like I've said, I've already went outside, I felt this weather, and you know what? It feels a lot better than what it used to. Because as a kid, when you're born with this all unconditional love thing and you just lose it eventually as we grow up with the brainwashing that seems to go around, that's when things was getting worse. So it was great as a kid, and I want to start to feel that way again. And I think it's important too, because it's going to probably get worse as far as the effects are concerned. So by loving that more, it'll be easier to handle the 2010, 2011, and 2012 winters that are coming, because those are going to get a lot different than the ones that we're having now. And of course, it's not just winters. It's people in which you've had conflicts with in life, people on the media, like say like President Bush, or depending on when you watch this, former President Bush, whatever, any of these people in which you disagree with. It's fine to disagree with them, but just, you know what, we're all one. At least I believe in the sense we're all one, and we all have our unique abilities. We're all snowflakes with so much unique differences. Some very similar to others, and some exactly opposite or pretty opposite to others. So that's how I look at that from that manner. This is just rambling now. Thank you for watching. Remember, feel the love, accept the love, share the love, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye, everyone.